Alright, so today I thought I'd do a kind of different type of video today. Actually, I'm just going to talk about cleansers, and there's actually, out of all the cleansers in the world, I think there's only about 9 that I've ever repurchased. It takes me a long time to go through a cleanser, so I really have to like it to want to repurchase it, because there's a ton of other cleansers I already own that I need to go through, but obviously there's something about these that I am loving to actually repurchase them, and I'm pretty hard on cleansers. I don't know why. Every time I try a new cleanser, I almost instantly hate it every single time the first week that I use almost any cleanser. I don't know why. I just always end up hating them for the first week or two. Then I keep trying them, and then I end up liking them. Well, not all of them, but some of them. And all of these, most of these actually start out that exact same way, although a few of these were love at first sight. So I will say, I am hard on cleansers. I typically just dislike them almost right from the get-go, and then somehow, if I keep testing them, I start to love them. So anyway, so these are the top 9 cleansers, the only 9 cleansers to my recollection I've ever repurchased. I will say there's one that isn't on this list that I started using when I was in my 20s. It was the Lancome Comfort Cream Cleanser. I repurchased that probably 10 times. When I was younger, before I knew any better, and before I realized that was really just making my skin drier. But anyway, so aside from that one. Okay, first off, the Cosrx Low pH Good Morning Cleanser. I really like this one. It's gentle. It is a great morning time cleanser. It's also a wonderful, gentle second step cleanser. Very affordable. I think it's like $7. And the bottle of it is pretty large. It's pretty friendly for most skin types. And it just works really nice in the morning. A lot of mornings I just rinse my face off with water and go from there. But if I typically use a heavy skincare layer routine the night before, then it's always good to do a quick cleanse in the morning. Okay, next up, they have some of the nicest, most affordable cleansers. CeraVe, their foaming facial cleanser. This one's actually targeted to normal to oily skin, but for some reason, my dry skin really appreciates this stuff, and I've repurchased this several times. Last time I picked up the giant size, which is 12 ounces, and I think it's like $13 or something like that. No fragrance in it. A little bit of it goes a long way, and really, actually, on days when I'm too lazy to do a 2-step cleanse, which is more often than it probably should be, this stuff does a really good job all at once. So I really like it. Very gentle, light lather. It's geared towards oily skin, but for some reason I really like it. And I found their one that's geared towards dry skin. I found that to be more drying, so I don't know. Anyway. Okay, next up, the Skinfix Foaming Oil Cleanser. I purchased this several times. Actually, now they've repackaged it in a little different packaging. But this one's really nice, very gentle. No fragrance in it. Really good if you're lazy in the morning or at night. 1-step cleanser with a little Foreo or a washcloth. It does a great job removing makeup and sunscreen. I will say I gave my brother-in-law probably, I might have mentioned this in another video, I probably have given him, I'd say 50 different moisturizers to try on his legs because he has diabetes. And he keeps mentioning Skinfix, that was his favorite one. So anyway, I really like that stuff from them. So next up, this is a cleanser that is totally goes with the definition. When I started using it, I hated it. I don't know what that has to do with definition, but whatever. It has to do with what I mentioned earlier. I hated it the first 2 weeks I used it. Hated it. And now it's a repurchase. I love it. That's the PSA Skin Daily Reset Cleanser. It really is multifunctional. You can use it as a makeup remover on dry skin, or you can use it as a second step cleanser on wet skin, or if you use it with the Foreo, it really does a good job removing things. So I really love this stuff. Very gentle. There's maybe a light lather, not much of it. It's a little bit pricey, but I hated it at first and I ended up loving it to the point that I repurchased it. So PSA Skin has a lot of good stuff. So, okay, next up, this is a more expensive one, but I will say the repurchase on this one was on sale. So it makes it a little different. It's the Drunk Elephant Beste Jelly Cleanser. So they were repackaging it because, so I purchased it the first time it came out and enjoyed it. Then they changed the packaging on the lid or something. So then I picked it up again on I think it was half off when they were changing the packaging. So I'm like, oh, that's a good deal. I got to repurchase it. So I do like it. It's a nice one. It's a little pricey, but it does a decent job. Next up, super huge tub, 13.5 ounces. That's the Roche Posay Toleraine Hydrating Gentle Skin Cleanser. This stuff's really nice. I use it on my face. I also use it on my body. Typically, most things I use on my body, I won't use it on my face. If it's a body and face product, it's automatically just relegated only to the body. But this is actually one of the few ones that I like using both body and face, and it's really nice. Next up, so I think out of all of these, this one has a little bit of fragrance in it. It's not noticeable, but it does exist, so keep that in mind. That's a Sweet Chef Oat Latte Cleanser. I really like this stuff. What is I can't remember the fragrance. It might have had lavender oil at the very end of it. It's a rinse-off product, so the fragrance isn't as huge of a deal, but for some reason, I just really like this stuff. It kind of reminded me of the aspects I liked about the Crave cleanser. It kind of reminded me of that. And that was a cleanser I really liked, but not a repurchase. I think it changed the formula on it now. But anyway, this stuff was really nice. I think it retails for about $15 for the bottle. Really nice, good product, no fragrance in it, light lather, and does a good job as an all-in-one or a second step cleanser. Okay, next up, I typically love this as a morning cleanser, and that's the Geek and Gorgeous Jelly Joker Gentle pH, Low pH Gentle Cleanser. Really wonderful product. Typically, this one is kind of a good morning cleanser. It doesn't do the best job removing makeup or sunscreen, but you can use it as a second step cleanser, and it does a nice job there, or use it with a foil or a washcloth, and it does a pretty good job that way. So, like it mainly for a morning cleanse. Okay, this one, another super affordable product, and this one kind of works best as a first step cleanser, more of a makeup remover. It's the Ordinary Squalane Cleanser. It's kind of more like, almost like a cleansing balm. You can apply it to dry skin, does a great job removing makeup, sunscreen, rinses off, no residue feeling. So with this one, I typically don't feel the need to use a second step cleanser. You certainly can, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But typically this one does such a good job rinsing everything off, leaving no residue or even squeaky clean feeling that I don't really necessarily feel the need to use something else after it, but still really nice. And then last but not least, the First Aid Beauty Pure Skin Face Cleanser. This stuff is a nice, decent, when I was first getting into skincare, I repurchased it. Now I'm kind of over it a little bit, but it's still a decent one, and it does a good job, and it's pretty affordable, and I like using this for my face or body. So if I travel, I love these little tubes because then I just use it on my face and my entire body. So a nice one as well. So anyway, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. So I probably tried, I don't know, 100 cleansers? Probably more than that. I don't even want to admit how many I've probably tested, but it's a lot. And out of all of those, these are the only ones I've ever repurchased. So that says something about all of these products. And sadly, I wish more of them were cruelty-free. I'd say probably half of them are, which is kind of disappointing because in coming up to 2023, you'd think we'd be further along in this topic, but we're making baby steps every day. So anyway, so there you go. These are my favorite, well, not favorite, the only cleansers I've ever repurchased. Curious what your cleanser routine is. Do you repurchase them, or are you like me, like you spend forever trying to finish even the ones you love and you're just excited to try the next thing? So anyway, leave a comment. Love hearing from you guys, and stay tuned for more tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.